So here's my personal theory and experience around why people continue to drink, even if they think it's negatively affecting them. Now, I'm not talking about this as it relates to medical conditions, addiction, trauma, and stuff like that. I'm talking about this more in the sense as to people who drink socially and why they continue to do it. So typically the way this starts from what I've observed is that generally people start it for social reasons. And so, when I first went to college, that's what a lot of people do is they start drinking a lot, right? And so generally the way to meet new people is to go out to a bar, drink, and have fun, right? And for some people that actually is helpful because when you drink, sometimes it's easier to get out of your shell and become more social that way. And from my personal experience, that definitely helped with me. So this is how it usually starts for people. And then eventually you start doing it every weekend, right? Because now all your friends, oh, we're going to the bar, or oh, come to my house for a pregame or wherever. And then eventually every weekend you find yourself going out on a Friday and Saturday night, getting pretty drunk and whatnot. And it's because that's what everyone else is doing. Then you start to realize that every time you go out in a social situation, there's usually drinking that is revolved around it because that's what everyone wants to do, because it helps them become more social when they're drinking. And eventually this starts to become a habit because it's just what it becomes because everyone else is doing it. Then maybe a year or two goes by and you're having a good time, you enjoy going out, you enjoy drinking and whatnot. But eventually maybe you start to realize, hey, this might not be the best thing for my health personally, which is kind of what I came to. This was after college, of course, when I started to kind of start thinking about this stuff. Then eventually you get to a point where you say to yourself, yeah, I'm going to try and quit drinking. So then what ends up happening is that, then you start telling your friends, you continue to go out because ultimately everything you do revolves around drinking. So if you want to go hang out with your friends, you have to go meet them at the bar, or you're going somewhere else to go and drink. Maybe not all the time, but majority of the time when you're in these really social situations, drinking is involved. And so you go out to hang out with your friends and everyone's drinking and you're sitting there without a drink in your hand. People notice and they go, hey, why aren't we drinking? And you say, oh, I'm just deciding to not drink anymore. And then they get really confused. They go, why? You're not drinking? Why? Oh, I just don't think it's good for my health, and I just want to stop the habit right now.